title Christ's letter to the church in Laodicea. The letter of Christ to the church of Laodicea is the last of these 7 letters. Sir William Ramsay called Laodicea the Church of Compromise. This city was founded by Antiochus II in 261 to 246 BC and had a Seleucid foundation. Seleucus was one of the generals of Alexander who took Syria. Lysimachus took Asia Minor, but apparently Seleucus moved over into the territory and took some of his ground, including this city. Laodicea was about 40 miles east and inland from Ephesus on the Lycus River, which flows into the Meander River. It is located at what is known as the Gate of Phrygia, one of the Oriental East. Out of the Oriental East, the great camel caravans came down through the Gate of Phrygia and through Laodicea. This road came out of the east and went to Ephesus and to Miletus and also up to what is called Izmir today, but was Smyrna in that day. Laodicea was in a spectacular place, a great valley. Today, its ruins are largely covered up with growth and what looks like wild oats. Its name means justice of the people. It was named for Laodice, the wife of Antiochus. Although there were several cities which bore this name, this was the most famous one of them all, because Laodicea, and going on up to the top of the Phrygian mountains, there was in this valley a great Anatolian temple of the Phrygian god Min Karu. This was the primitive god of that area. The temple was the very center of all society, administrative, trade, and religion. There was a great market there, and strangers came from everywhere to trade. I suppose that the largest market in Istanbul today is very similar to it. Laodicea was a place of great wealth, of commerce and Greek culture. It was a place of science and literature. It boasts an excellent medical school, which again was very primitive and actually very heathen. Here is where they developed what was known as in the Roman world as Phrygian powder, a salve for the ears and the eyes. Laodicea was also the center of industry with extensive banking operations. Cicero held court here. It is said he brought notes. He brought notes here to be crushed in the city. Jupiter, or Zeus, was the object of the worship of Laodicea. The city was finally abandoned because of earthquakes. The very impressive ruins of 2 Roman theaters, a large stadium, and 3 early Christian churches are still there. The city itself was has not been excavated. In other words, these ruins, which I have mentioned, uh, protrude through all the debris and wild growth that is there. I have heard that there is a American foundation which has set aside $2 or $3 million to excavate Laodicea. I would love to join that excavation, for it would be very worthwhile. Laodicea was a place of great commerce where they made clothing. As you stand on the ruins of Laodicea, you can look around at the nearby hills and see where Colossae is located, and also Hierapolis, where there are springs. The greatest ruins are not in Colossae or Laodicea, but Hierapolis. The hills have a very funny color. The people took the clay from those hills, put it with a spikenard, and made it into a salve for the eyes and ears. This salve was shipped all over the Roman Empire. Today, the chemical analysis reveals that there is nothing healing in that clay at all, but somebody made good money at, at it in that day. We like to think we are civilized today, but there is a lot of medication on the market that won't do you a bit of good. Yet we are buying it just as fast as we can because of high pressure advertising. We had better not criticize these people too much, but the Lord Jesus did. He is going to tell them that they had better get the real eye salve that will open their eyes. And that concludes section